All right, three, two, one. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Dumpster Diving. I am Brandon Barber, and I am here with my co-host Nate Hampton.
Mm-hmm.
How you doing, Nate?
I'm tired.
Yeah, me too. You holding up in
Alright.
Corona time?
Yep. Yep.
Ugh.
Yep. Holding up. Holding up as in I'm going out every single day to work and come back home. That is literally everything I've been doing the past few weeks.
I know.
No
I'm
going
so
out any other places.
I'm
Just
so
no.
ready for this shit to be over, but I know it's not going to be over for a long time.
Who knows?
Ugh.
Who knows? We shall see.
We
We
shall.
shall see.
We shall.
All right. Let's just start off. This is our 10th show. Jesus.
This is our 10th show. Oh my
It
God.
says on the notes it says show 10.
Whoa, I guess it's this 10th show.
It feels like it's been more.
Yeah. Well,
All right.
yeah. But hey, show 10. Here's to
Show
many
10.
more.
Here's to many more. I need a shot of something.
Like what?
A shot of like bullet to the head.
Oh. I don't know about bullet in the head, but I can stick a Q-tip down your nose, test you for corona.
I don't want to do that. The thing looks like it goes. It looks like it tickles the back of your brain. That's how far back.
It really
looks like
does,
it goes.
doesn't it?
Yeah.
Ugh.
Everybody's posting like, stay home so I don't have to get a Q-tip up the nose. I'm like, okay.
Don't worry,
crazy.
it doesn't feel that bad.
It doesn't feel that bad. It just feels like you're getting stabbed. You ever
It
been
just feels like you're having the back of your throat gently rubbed by a Asian woman.
Anyway. I don't know where you're even going with that. That doesn't make any sense.
Me either.
But so let's just tackle the first thing on the bullet, the bulletin, bullet list,
The bullet bill.
shoot, bullet gun.
Hell yeah, brother.
So you put that in there. You put that in the notes. So you start off with what that is. I'm not looking.
Let's see. What is the first thing on the note? Oh, it's just more shit about coronavirus. I'm so sick and tired of coronavirus.
I am too. That's why we have a bunch of other shit to talk
So
about besides it.
sick and tired of it.
Yep.
Ready for it to go away. I just want to go to the park and eat nice food and not
Yeah.
be stuck at home all the time and be able to work without a mask on.
Yeah.
It's just not fun.
It's not. Tell that to ninjas and doctors. They have to work with masks on.
How dare they have to work with
Regardless.
masks on?
Anyway, it says there's been 500 deaths last week and 5,000 today in the U.S.
Yeah, so it would seem.
All right, cool. Are we just not going to talk about it?
I mean, should we?
'Cause you just,
It's like,
I don't-
it's just a 10 times more than last week. I mean, that's just it.
yeah. I would say let's just update about what's been happening the past week since we didn't upload last week, and just go on with.
All
go
right,
on with
past 2 weeks, the White House passed the stimulus bill, so if you have a job and you're not in college and you're not dependent on your parents' taxes, then you get $1,200.
That's me. I can't wait.
Yep. Let's see. It's about it. New York's throwing bodies in refrigerated trucks, so that's fun.
Mm-hmm.
New York had had, I think, let me see this. Man, New York's just taking the brunt of it, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just so
Poor
many
New
people
York.
there.
They had like 500 something people die today.
That's
Yeah,
rough.
that's last week it was 500 total. They had 500 people die there today. Oh, New York, New York, New
Not
York, New
looking
York.
forward. And I've always wanted to go there. Now I'm like,
And it's a great city,
I'm sure.
but I mean, not right
It's one of the only
now.
places I kind of want to go. Yeah, not right now.
I
All right,
mean,
I think
let's go,
that's
Nate. Let's go New York right
not
now.
this year. No, I mean I could probably get a plane ticket for like $30, but
Yeah, yeah, you
who
could.
knows?
But hey, let's go.
It's
It's
like
Corona
life or
time.
death. So
Yep. People are going to the beach still, so let's go.
they're like, let's travel the country.
Let's do it.
This virus can't catch us if we're running from it. Somebody came into my job, and we weren't doing anything because there was no business except for this one guy. He came in, he's like, "This is a load of horse shit, isn't it?" And we were like, "What do you mean?" He goes, "Y'all can't dine anybody in because of this stupid virus. It's just like the flu." I was like, "Oh my god." I was like,
Yeah.
I was like, I can't imagine because there are people that are like, it's just like the flu. It's just like the flu when it's not. It's
Hmm.
like 10 times worse than the flu.
Yeah.
Sure, it's like the flu technically, but it's 10 times worse than the flu, and it's kind of something to be like, yeah, I don't want to get that.
Hmm.
So,
Oh my God, we had 30,000 new cases today. Holy shit.
ugh,
Oh my
it's a lot of
God.
cases.
We're leading the world by 105,000 cases.
That's
Isn't that crazy?
disgusting.
And he was number one.
That was terrible.
Yeah, it is. But hey,
All right,
it's just
that's
Corona time.
life.
Oh my God. It says on here that there's a 20% death rate.
On what?
The the site tracking it all.
Oh, okay. I think we should.
194,000 people recovered and 47,000 dead.
Oh my
20%
god.
death rate. Isn't that cray
It's
cray?
just, yeah, it's cray cray. And that wasn't like a laugh, like haha, death. No, it was a nervous laugh. It was like, oh
Ha
god,
ha
boy.
ha. Ha ha
Uh-huh.
ha ha.
It's not a fuckboy laugh either. Fuckboy laugh is like a ha ha.
Ah, yeah, let's do it. Woo-hoo-hoo.
That's what they sound like.
Yeah,
Anyway, so let's move on to stuff. Um, I noticed something. I've been wanting to talk about it for a minute because I don't know your input on it because I've never talked to you about it, which I'm surprised I haven't. But I used to work at Hot Topic, right? And we used to sell a lot of stuff from the show The Office. And we
yeah,
used to sell a lot of stuff from the show Friends. And unless you've been living under a rock and don't know what either of those shows are, let me break them down. Friends is about this, I guess, group of friends that hang out at this coffee shop, and there's like romance in between all of them, and they all hang out in this one chick's apartment a lot, and that's basically the show. And it's like, ooh, wacky adventures all the way to the end.
yeah. That's basically the
Um,
show.
that's the show, and The Office is has base like a lot of the same premise. It takes place in an office, and that's it. Um, but
Mm-hmm.
here's the thing. Here's the thing. I don't want to rag too much on this, but I kind of want to because it's not Friends' fault for being produced this way. Um, a lot of shows nowadays, like Friends, including like The Big Bang Theory and a lot of other like sitcoms that are come on like public TV and stuff like that, they all have these laugh tracks. Same
Yeah.
with like Nickelodeon shows and shit.
Oh,
Laugh
Nickelodeon
tracks are
shows
just
are the
gonna,
worst about it.
yeah, and it's a thing of its time. You know what I mean? So Friends was kind of in that era and almost out of that era. So I'm not gonna hold that against them that much,
Mm-hmm.
that much. But I will say, whenever they say a joke, I'm pretty sure they like about 80% of the show is jokes. So every time they say a joke, whether it be funny or not funny at all. If it's not funny at all, they throw a laugh track after it regardless because it's like mindless pigs. Hey, laugh here. But even then, it keeps the show flowing in a way. But even then, if you've ever watched Friends at all with the laugh track off, it is the most unfunny and painful thing you will ever watch. It's just like he's like, "Oh hey Phoebe, I I was at the grocery store today, and there was a bunch of apples." Silence, silence. Oh wow, Ross, that's pretty crazy. That's the show.
My God.
And then it's like, Chandler, I saw you and Monica, blah 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 blah. And then it's silence, silence. And Phoebe's like, I got cats. And then that's the show. That's Friends. And then it's like Ross and Rachel are together for a little bit, then they're not. And then Paul Rudd's here, and you're like, wait, that's cool. Then Phoebe's like, I'm crazy again, and Joey's like, how you doing? And that's the show.
Yeah,
Oh wait, no,
that is the show.
Chandler and Monica arguing all the time, like they're gonna break up 24/7, and that's it. That's it. That's the show. I will say, I'm not gonna say that Friends isn't funny. I will say that it is funny at times. Because people are like, Nate, I thought you hate Friends. Why'd you laugh at that? I'm like, because Joey is funny. Joey is the only thing on that show that makes me laugh. And it's because of how stupid and absurd half the shit he says is. And because I was like, you know what, that's funny. I'll give that a laugh because that caught me off guard. And nobody else has made me do that except for him. And I don't know what the deal is, but I will say that he's funny. And out of everything else that I've seen, I've just been completely bored watching that show. Because it almost seems like filler. Like, no matter what. Like, the whole show is just filler. And that there's just nothing really going on. And I will say that I haven't watched every single episode of Friends. And so if people are like, hey, why are you criticizing something you haven't seen all the way? I'm like, because it's a gigantic-ass show. And if I don't like it, like, a few seasons in, then I'm not going to watch the rest of it.
Yeah, Nate, how are you ragging on like one of the world's most popular shows if you haven't even watched every episode? How dare you?
I don't think people who love it have watched every single episode, to be fair.
Yeah.
So
I don't think so either.
Because there's just so much of it.
There is.
It's terrible. There's a whole lot of it. A whole lot of it. It's stupid. But it's so popular. So popular nowadays. Everybody loves Friends. So every time I say anything about it, it's kind of controversial. But here recently, I think people are starting to kind of notice it because there are so many other good shows out there. And I bring up The Office because it doesn't have a laugh track. And the jokes are pretty well timed, and there's no dead space. There's no dead space for laughter. You can honestly binge The Office way better than you can binge Friends, in my personal opinion. Because there's a whole lot more going on in The Office than there is Friends. And there's one episode in particular I want to bring up of The Office that just does everything perfectly. Everything.
Which one?
It's the episode where it's the fire safety episode. Have you seen that?
Maybe, I'm not sure.
It's one of the most popular episodes of the show, and I've seen it once. And I'm like, I'm using this in the podcast because it's a great example. Dwight, who is one of the guys who works in the office, I guess I should make a rundown of what the show is if you don't know what it is. It's basically just about the same premise of Friends, just a lot of nothing going on, but at the same time, there's a whole lot. The Office, basically, it's Michael Scott, the regional manager, and then it's Pan the receptionist and all these other guys, all these other salesmen and shit like that. Dwight is one of the salesmen, and he's basically a fucking freak, and he's basically up Michael's ass all the time because he's kind of a suck up. But he's starting to realize that the safety protocol and shit, nobody's really paying attention to it.
Oh my God, I know this episode.
Yeah, see, it's like, because it's funny as shit. He goes and he says, since nobody wants to follow fire procedure, he decides to go and light one of the break rooms on fire. And everybody starts losing their shit. And it is so funny. It's one of the instances where Dwight was right, but it's like, it goes from Angela, who's one of the characters, from launching her cat that she keeps in her filing cabinet, launching it into the ceiling to be free, and that thing is so fat it crashes through the other side of the ceiling. And one of the guys is climbing through the ceiling. Michael's freaking out and screaming as well. It's absolute and utter chaos, and it is hysterical. And there's not a laugh track going on the entire time. It is amazing. It's that's perfect comedic timing. There's another episode where they're doing a where the woman brings a she's trying to teach the crew CPR, and she's like, make sure you're make sure you're pulsating and you're pushing to the beat of Staying Alive. And Michael's singing the wrong verse. He's singing the wrong verse and going way faster and harder and shit. And it starts to go absolute chaos as well. And then Dwight starts doing a bunch of other shit as well. And then all of a sudden it cuts to him with like he's cut. He started to stab the mannequin a little bit, and he cut the mannequin's face off and started wearing it. It's utter chaos, and the show is hysterical. And
The entire show is utter chaos.
I've almost finished it, and it's amazing how much can be done with such little. Like, they're in an office. That's it. That's it. And the writing is so beautiful. It's fantastic. Every joke. I could say that there have been jokes that haven't stuck with me and landed, but I'd still kind of chuckle at them. I was like, okay, that was kind of clever. There's not a dull episode of that show. There's really not. Like, it's so bingeable. I can watch Friends and get annoyed at how, like, they have to throw that there, laugh track here, laugh track there. And I know I said and wouldn't rag on it too much, but it's kind of frustrating. It's frustrating only because half the jokes aren't funny. And people are like, Nate, not everything has to be a perfect setup and a perfect punchline to be funny. And I'm like, kinda. I mean, kind of. I mean, that's kind of the point of a joke, right?
Yep.
And so there's other shows that do that perfectly, like Always Sunny. Always Sunny doesn't have a laugh track, and that's one of the funniest shows I've ever seen in my entire life. And they're still funny. I'm watching their new season right now. It was amazing. That show's hysterical. Just everything about that is funny.
I don't know if I've ever watched but like 2 episodes of Always Sunny.
Yeah, and you've watched them here.
Yep.
And even then, the episodes I showed you were just random. It's the one where they turn themselves black. The gang turns black. It was so funny. Oh my god. Because it ends with Charlie getting shot to death. It's like, Jesus, like they put that on TV. And then switch over to Friends, and it's like, oh, Phoebe, what kind of dog are you dating now, Phoebe? And Phoebe's like, oh, it's a crazy guy I met off the street. And then it's like, cool, that's the joke. And then the joke is everybody's reaction, and Joey's like, ooh, I'm an actor, how are you doing?
Yeah, basically.
I'm just like, this show, man. It is just, there's a huge disconnect. And that's the same thing with, like, I know you've seen Big Bang Theory, right?
Yeah.
That show is one of the shows that I will say should not need a laugh track. It shouldn't.
No, but it has one.
It does, and I don't know why. I mean, and the thing is, I don't think it's that funny of a show. I really don't. I know a lot of people are just gonna be like, Nate, that show's funny. Nate, that show's funny. Why are you being such a drag ass?
You're just like ripping all these shows that people love apart.
I know.
Except for The Office.
It's just like, because it's like, why? Why are these are compared to shows that are like, I think a laugh track 100%, and I mean this, and I'm saying this with 100% confidence, I think laugh tracks are lazy.
Yeah. Yeah, they are.
I think shows with laugh tracks they can just make seasons out of seasons out of seasons out of seasons, just because it's lazy and it's cheap, and it's like, oh, laugh here. Oh, that was funny. I liked it when Chandler made fun of Monica and they almost broke up for the 87th time. Am I wrong?
No, you aren't wrong. You are not wrong at all.
And it's what else should I say? Oh yeah, Big Bang Theory. The Big Bang Theory has the potential to be like hysterical, but it's filmed like a sitcom and shit like that, which you can't. I think honestly the genre is getting old, and I think people are starting to realize that it's getting old.
The
And
Office
there's
is
other
shot like a
shows.
sitcom.
No, it's not. It's like all handheld and shit.
That's what sitcoms are becoming.
Kind of, but I mean like Big Bang Theory and like Two and a Half Men and like other shit like that. Do you see what I'm talking about?
Two and a
Like
Half
just
Men
these
is
sets.
hilarious. Fuck you.
It's kind of funny, I will admit, mostly because Charlie Sheen is in it, and because it's
Yeah,
like
after
it's when he's a
after he left,
borderline
it was bad.
alcoholic. But yeah, I enjoyed Two and a Half Men. But you see what the camera style. I mean, it's like a set
Yeah,
and
I know what
three
you're talking
cameras.
about.
Whereas like The Office, it's kind of like they're there, kind of just filming them.
Yep,
You can't say The Office has a very unique style.
it
Always
does.
Sunny, they're kind of just like in front of them with a camera. It's very like it looks almost homemade, but with like a great camera, like Paranormal Activity. Because like
Yeah.
nobody in those movies, if that movie is so unrealistic because of like how like expensive the camera is and shit. Like film it with like this. Have you seen the third Paranormal Activity? That thing's supposed to
No.
take place in the 80s, and it looks like a VHS tape for the first 10 minutes, and then it's like a high def camera.
Wow.
Which I was like, dang, this movie would be great if it was filmed like and looks like we were watching a VHS. That'd be cool. That'd be cool. That'd be dope. I think that'd be the coolest shit ever. But no, I guess not. It was like that for 5 minutes, and then they were like, all right, now here's time for HD quality.
Yeah.
And I was like, that could have been cooler because like a horror like that would be dope. And but back on the topic of comedy, I guess, because what do I know about being funny? Um, so like the three cameras and like the set, and there's like I can understand shows that are like this is filmed in front of a live studio audience. I would probably kill myself if I was in one of those audiences. I'm gonna be dead ass with you.
Really?
Um, yeah, I probably would because it'd just be like there's a there's a sign that says laugh because then
Yeah.
they're making the laugh track.
Yeah.
Ugh, God. That's the same thing. I guess SNL kind of falls into this category a little bit too, because the only exception I give SNL is that it's live.
SNL
Um,
doesn't have a laugh thing. Dad's been.
yeah, I know, but the audience is laughing.
Yeah, they are.
They're the laugh track.
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing. They probably don't have a laugh sign, if that's what you meant.
No, they don't. That's what I was
Yeah.
talking about.
Okay. I didn't know if they did or not. I didn't think that they did. I think that show holds out on its own.
It
Even
does.
though nowadays, I'm gonna drag on SNL a little bit too here.
Oh my god.
uh, there are people that like wholeheartedly agree, and like they'll be like, "Yeah, that sounds like a great thing. I'm gonna agree with that." That SNL was only good in between certain years, and to an extent, I can understand why they'd say that. Like they're like Adam
SNL
Sandler. Yeah, go
SNL
on.
is the best during like election years because they just
Yeah,
rag on people all the time.
that's my next point. I'm gonna get back to that after I
Okay.
get finished with what I was gonna say. People agree that Adam Sandler and the David Spade, Rob Schneider, and Chris Farley years were like the best, the go-to. And then there's people that think that the
Mm-hmm.
Amy Poehler, Tina Fey, and Will Ferrell and all that and Jimmy Fallon shit was the best. And then there's people that think the early 2000s were great with Andy Samberg, Bill Hader, Kristen Wiig, and all of them. And there's people that I like a lot of the stuff they come out with now. The main problem is these within the past like 5 years or so, it has been so, and I can understand why, but at the same time, it's like, do we really need that? It's so politically driven to the point to where it's annoying. And
Yeah.
there's only so far you can go. Like in the past, they've handled it beautifully.
Mm-hmm.
But now it's just like they're preaching, and it's like this is boring, and it's not funny. It's preaching is what it is, and it's starting to slump down a little bit, and hopefully they get better, and I think that they will. And the cast is amazing. The cast is great. I used to not like Pete Davidson as much as I did. I love that man. He is hysterical. Like ever since
Yeah,
I've
he
been
is.
watching, like I've been watching all kinds of stuff he does, and like his stand up. That dude is hysterical. He is hilarious. There's a lot of talented people in that cast, and it's a shame to just see it go to all these lazy political statements. I'm just like, do something funny. Like the most recent one that I thought was hysterical was when they did one of their older skits again, the Kylo Ren thing, Undercover Boss. That's hysterical. I love that so much. I have confidence that they will get back to what they were, and I'm not going to say that any particular year group was the best because that's a stupid argument. Say the show was good here and that's it. No, the show has been continuously good except for like these past few. I'm not going to say it hasn't been good. It's been good. It just hasn't been like as good as it can be. Here, I'll say that. I'll say it's lackluster.
I haven't been able to watch SNL for a long little bit, just because Kate McKinnon gets on my nerves so much.
Kate McKinnon gets on your nerves?
Yeah.
I think she's one of the stronger points of that of the cast. I'm gonna be honest with you.
She just annoys me.
I will say, A.D. Bryant gets on my nerves a lot, and that's probably the only person I'm gonna say that gets on my nerves.
I would agree with that too.
The rest of the cast is really good, though. I enjoy them. It's just Kenan Thompson's still there. I don't think he's ever gonna get fired. I think he's just gonna quit eventually.
He's never gonna get fired or quit.
I think that's his main income of money, and I think that's the only thing he wants to do. And if they keep rehiring him, then shit, go ahead.
Yep.
But some of the best comedians have came out of that show. Some of the best comedians. But I'm getting so off topic about the sitcom situation. Where was I even at? I was just basically saying, laugh track, old, bad, stop using it. Basically, that's what I'm saying. There are so many examples out there. If you have time during isolation, just check out. If you haven't watched The Office, check it out. If you haven't watched It's Always Sunny, it's fucking hilarious. Watch it. There's plenty of other shows out there too. Just you got to look for them. They're fucking good. Like oh hey, this is another New Girl. Have you ever seen New Girl?
Yes, I have.
That's a pretty decent show. I'll say that. And there's not a laugh track with that. I enjoy some of the shit that they that's on that. But yeah, this is all. I feel like I should say this now before I get blasted on. I got blasted on the last two last episode we did. This is my
on what?
This is my opinion. This is my opinion.
What'd you get blasted on last episode?
Let me finish my statement. This is my opinion. So don't get your panties in a twist. All right? It's my opinion. You don't have to agree with my opinion. Nobody is forcing you to agree with my opinion.
You're still gonna get shit on. I don't know why you're trying to.
I'm not. I'm just throwing it out there now. I'm gonna say this is my opinion. So whatever you want to argue with me about, I don't care. It's my opinion. If you want to try to sway, there's a difference from trying to sway me from thinking my opinion is different than just saying I'm blatantly wrong. It's my opinion. It's my opinion. That's like saying somebody who like really believes in something is just wrong. It's like, no, it's their opinion. Just deal with it. Deal with it. It's the only reason I get pissed off about people's opinions whenever I can't get away from it and they're just blasting it in my face. I'm like, shut the fuck up. Anyway, but I got blasted on last week about the coronavirus shit because somebody couldn't find the sources or whatever that were in the description.
They were in the description.
I know. They just couldn't find it. But I got blasted on about that, basically saying that it was bullshit and stuff like that, and how they couldn't find anything that we were talking about. Which I will take blame where blame is due. About some of the shit that we said that wasn't in the sources they weren't in the sources. They weren't sources, but they're like, you're spreading fake news. I'm like, no, I'm spreading fake news. We're just saying what about shit that everybody else is saying. It's just what we see. It's what we see, so we kind of report on it because it's a show where we talk about whatever the fuck we want to talk about.
Oh, I think that they weren't able to look at the main source because it was a Washington Post article.
Right.
That needs a subscription.
Oh, okay.
My bad.
But anyway, so I got blasted on last week for that, and it was just like I kind of laughed it off because like that was stupid. But yeah, so surprisingly enough, we're not going to be 100% accurate with like news and shit. We're just talking about whatever's relevant. And then we talk about like personal opinions. That's how it goes. It's mostly like something relevant and then just bullshit and personal opinions. Or it's just a bunch of bullshit and personal opinions so far in our show. That's all it is.
Hmm.
So yeah, I think that's all I have to say about that. And
What were
about
you
the
gonna say?
what?
You said it was your opinion that you were gonna say it was your opinion before you said anything, and then you didn't
No,
say
no.
anything.
I'm talking about all the shit that I just said. Surprisingly enough, that's my opinion.
Oh,
AKA laugh track bad. Laugh track bad and lazy in 2020. From 2010 to 2020.
yep,
Hell, I'd even argue from before then.
yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure The Office aired before 2010. But I might be completely fucking wrong at the same time. So don't hold me to that. I'm not
Are
paying
you
attention.
are you saying that laugh tracks were bad before The Office came around, or are you saying that The Office changed it enough to where laugh tracks weren't really needed? That it
I'd say
showed that
that.
you didn't need a laugh track.
I'd say that it kind of did. Yeah. I'd
Okay.
say it did. Because most comedy and sitcoms before then, and I'm not looking, because there's also like My Name is Earl and shit like that before. That was good
Mm-hmm.
on its own without a laugh track. So I will say no, it didn't, but I will say it's definitely they say The Office is about just as popular as Friends is, and I think people are starting to get around to that more. So I'm saying, hey, let's get out of the laugh track thing because there's clearly better options.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so that's my opinion. There we go. That's what I said. So what else is on the notes here? I think I've ranted enough about the laugh tracks and shit.
It says here you rewatched the Dark Knight trilogy. You want to talk about them?
Yeah, I do. Because I haven't seen Batman Begins in a hot minute, and I haven't seen The Dark Knight in a minute, and I've seen The Dark Knight Rises enough. So, I basically think that Batman Begins is one of the best origin stories we've ever had on screen.
Really?
Yeah, I really do. I think it is a badass movie.
Yeah,
Um,
I would agree. I love that movie.
I used to think that Christian Bale wasn't that great of a Bruce Wayne. I never saw him as Bruce Wayne.
Mm-hmm.
I'm completely wrong. I'm completely wrong. I think, aside from Ben Affleck, I have to give Ben Affleck credit where it's due. He looks like Bruce Wayne and he acts like Bruce Wayne, and he's probably the most comic accurate depiction besides murdering fucking people that we've had. Um,
We've talked about that enough.
yeah, I know, but something about the way that Christopher Nolan has adapted these characters is brilliant and it's phenomenal, and they
Yeah.
feel real and grounded, and just it's the perfect origin for Batman. It really is. It's insane. Like he has so much character development in this movie, it's bonkers. He
Mm-hmm.
goes from wanting to murder Joe Chill. He wants to go from murdering Joe Chill to not killing a single soul.
Yep.
It's crazy. But here's the thing: the end of the movie, I have one gripe, and it's the way that Ra's al Ghul kind of got defeated. He's like, "I'm not gonna kill you, but I don't have to save you," and then basically says "fuck you" and jumps out of the train.
Yep.
And I was like, you know what? I don't really care about that. I'm like, I guess he did kill Ra's al Ghul there, but Ra's al Ghul is like kind of immortal,
Yeah.
so whatever. Um,
Mm, did he ever actually come back to life?
no,
No,
I
not
think he was
not in
just
that
kind of like
trilogy.
I think it's just a force ghost in the other
Mm-hmm.
ones. um, but yeah, so they added Joe Chill, which is like a famous, the famous assassin of the Waynes. I didn't know. There's a lot of things that I didn't notice in the movies. There's like so many different little Easter eggs and shit.
When was the last
Um,
time you watched it?
oh god, it was years ago. I was probably like 15,
Yeah.
so about like 5 years ago. Um, because I think I remember watching it on like TBS or some bullshit. I didn't watch all of it, but it's so badass. Like Lucius is cool as shit too. Um, how he gets all of his equipment from there, and it's funny watching Bruce kind of act like a cocky dick. Like he always. This has always been Batman's thing, where he kind of acts like a cocky little dick as Bruce Wayne, but really, Bruce Wayne is the mask and Batman is Batman. It's always
Hmm.
how I think that's the perfect. I think that is the perfect way to show this character, like as
Yeah,
Bruce Wayne as the
absolutely.
mask. Bruce Wayne's the mask. He is not him. Uh, but
I think
and I
that
think
for me, like last time I watched it, the moment that solidified him as Christian Bale as a really good Bruce Wayne was whenever he bought the hotel.
yeah, yeah,
That's when I was like, yeah, that's exactly what Bruce Wayne would do in that situation.
yeah. It's so fucking cool. And
It's
there's
really
like
good.
there's all the scenes with him with chicks and shit. And
Hmm.
then they're like whenever Harvey Dent in the second one, they're like here, let's put some tables together and talk business. And then he's like, well, I don't think they can do that. And he goes, oh, they should. I own the place. That's the most
Yep.
Bruce Wayne line. I swear to God, it is amazing. And the thing with BVS and Ben Affleck as Bruce Wayne, this is where I got to give him praise again because he's when he's not talking to anybody, you can really see it in his mannerisms and in his face that he's game mode. He's
Yep.
like, all right, I'm Batman now. And then whenever somebody interrupts him, like Clark Kent, he's like, oh hey, yeah, I'm Bruce Wayne. Blah 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 blah. See, it's that's I think that's a really cool dynamic as well. But back to Batman Begins. What do you feel? I don't think it changed that much, but going from what's her name to Maggie Gyllenhaal in the second one, how Rachel got recast. What was the original girl's name? I can't remember her name. From Batman Begins.
I don't remember.
But I know a lot of people were like pissed off about it, but I'm pretty sure she didn't want to do it. So they just cast Maggie Gyllenhaal. And honestly, they're the same character. It's crazy. Like you'd expect it to be like, oh, their portrayals were kind of different, but no, they were just the same person. I think it was really cool seeing Bruce Wayne train in the mountains at the beginning of Batman Begins is pretty badass too. Uh, Also, like the twist with Ra's al Ghul being Liam Neeson was pretty dope. Um, and Alfred, oh my god, dude, this is the best Alfred we've ever had on
It
screen, and
is.
I stand by it to this day. Oh my god, just that scene where Ra's al Ghul burns down Wayne Manor,
And
and
Alfred comes to
Alfred,
save him.
yeah, and he's like, "All those bloody push-ups, and you can't even lift a damn log."
Do you even lift Master Wayne?
Do you even lift Master Wayne? It's epic. It's great, and like his face is just like utter disappointment.
Hmm.
It's fantastic, and then he's got to like he when he's hiding Rachel's body in the car,
Yeah.
and and these guys are looking at him. He's like, she's had a few drinks, I'm afraid. And I'm like, ugh. If it was anybody else but Alfred, people would have probably been like, what are you doing with that chick?
Yeah.
But yeah, so Batman Begins is probably one of the best origin stories we've seen on screen, along with the first Spider-Man. And I feel like we need to reserve. Fuck it, I'll say next episode. Next episode, we're gonna cover the Raimi trilogy.
Oh boy.
Next episode, we're gonna take on the Raimi trilogy because I want to talk about why that's some of the best origin stories we've ever seen. I think honestly, uh, compared to Spider-Man One, I'm gonna say that Batman Begins is probably right underneath it. I'd say Spider-Man One and Batman Begins are in the same field for me. I would watch both. I would never turn either of them down to watch.
You know what's weird?
What?
I think like I love Spider-Man 1 and I love Batman Begins, but I think my favorite origin story on screen is the original Superman movie.
Oh yes. Oh
Like
yes.
that's just
Christopher Reeve
I
is
love that
fantastic.
movie.
Yes.
I
Have you
haven't seen that
seen?
in so long.
I watched it not too long ago on the DC app.
Oh my god, it's on the DC app.
Yeah,
Oh
he
my god.
I either watched it on
We're
that
going
or
to have to
something
watch the
else.
first 3.
But something about whenever Christopher Reeve is talking to he's talking to Lois, right, as Clark Kent.
Uh-huh.
I've never seen such good acting before. It's fantastic. He's like it's the way he's talking to her. She leaves the room and without taking his glasses off or anything, you just see him turn into Superman.
Uh-huh.
It's crazy. I'm like,
It is.
dude, That is dope, and we haven't seen that on screen since then. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's good. People are gonna argue too. They're gonna be like, "Well, Supergirl's Superman did that." Sure, if it was on a better show, I would appreciate it more. Oh God, we have to reserve an episode for the CW shows.
Oh no, I'm not watching that shit again. I'm sorry. I
I'm
can't
not.
do it.
I'm not. I've watched it enough. I don't think I need to watch any more of it
I
to talk
can't do
about
it. I can't.
Here, I'll briefly say some shit about it then. I know Supergirl's been in the shitter mostly because their graphics are absolutely terrible. I know PewDiePie made a video on it, so I'd say just go watch PewDiePie's video on it if you haven't. Just watch up Supergirl is like it says Supergirl is super bad or something like that. Is something's bad whenever it gets his attention and he has to talk about it. What was I even talking about? Oh yeah, we were talking about
Supergirl being
Superman.
bad.
We were talking about Superman for a minute. But yeah, he talks to Lois for a minute. She leaves, and without taking his glasses off or his or showing that he's got a Superman suit, he just morphs into the guy. It's like, dude, that is cool. And it really does show that even though it's a really easy identity, he just puts on some glasses and a hat. It really does show that he does more than just that to hide his identity, and we haven't seen that ever since.
You know what? You know what? I think I'll disagree with you on that because I think
I'll say Brandon Routh did it.
that's what I was gonna say in Superman Returns. It wasn't a very good movie, but he did a good job as Superman. Wasn't he supposed to be like Christopher Reeve's Superman come back or something?
Yeah, something like that. I have to rewatch the movie, but it's something like that. It's because
I feel like we
a
should.
lot like him.
Yeah, I feel like we should just do a show on Superman.
We can, because he is. I've been wanting to gush about Superman for a minute, because I've always said that Superman's kind of a glunky idiot, which he kind of is. But compared to a lot of things, people want to say that Batman's like a relatable character, and I'm like, how? I can understand being kind of like, oh, I'm kind of dark and broody and kind of like an outcast, but the real outcast is Superman. Superman, I will argue with you, is probably one of the most relatable characters in comic books, next to Spider-Man.
I would agree. I would say that Superman and Spider-Man both hold that top spot, but Superman gets the bad end of the stick because he's had, worse movies.
Yeah, because people can't write him correctly.
Sadly.
It's crazy. It's crazy. I'll give Snyder props where it's due. He did show Superman struggle with his powers growing up. And it kind of made him seem like a freak. But the rest of the movie kind of just demolishes that.
Yeah, because he's Jesus.
Yeah, I will say Snyder does this right. He can get some really badass visuals. He really can. He can really show these characters in a godlike way, and he can.
But that's all he can do, is show them godlike.
But he can show struggles in somebody who is literally invincible. Because I know that's the only props I'm really going to give the guy.
But then he ruins it at the end of the movie by killing Zod.
Right?
Superman would not do that.
No, he wouldn't just murder somebody. But Batman also wouldn't just murder somebody.
They build up the entire movie trying to make Superman look like this amazing guy. And then he goes and kills him.
Yeah. And people would argue that that's what BVS was about, showing him as a murderer and shit like that. But they never talked about how he murdered Zod in BVS last time I checked. They basically just say, oh, he needs to be in check because he's a powerful guy. And I'm like, well, yeah, but what about him brutally murdering somebody even though it was an alien? But it's just like the way that Snyder portrayed it about how Zod was going to kill these people and then he just killed Zod. Instead, it's like a life for a life. Not really something that should be portrayed. And I understand.
Still makes you a murderer.
Yeah, I understand Snyder was going for an Elseworlds type story. But here's the thing, and this is why it didn't resonate with a lot of audiences. A lot of audiences don't know what the fuck that is. They don't know what that is.
Don't know what is.
Elseworld stories. Do you know what Elseworld stories are?
Yeah.
Barely. I would say not many people know what that is. and nor do they care. I understand doing something different with your characters. Yes, I 100% support that. Making Batman kill somebody, no. Making Superman kill people, no. I don't support it. That's not like, well, you technically killed this person. I'm like, that doesn't matter. It's the core writing of the character that makes him
Mm-hmm.
interesting. That's why I'm so excited for Matt Reeves' Batman, because I know it's not gonna be like just total action fest. It's gonna be character. It's gonna be character driven.
Hopefully, we hope.
That's what Matt Reeves says. He says it's a noir detective film. I think solving a mystery is way more interesting than just beating the shit out of people.
Yeah, well, Zack Snyder said he was going to make a good Superman movie, so
I will say, it has an interesting plot, I guess. But even then, it's just like it's the color palette's disgusting though.
it
I
is
don't like the
it
color
is
palette in.
bad.
It's so grainy and gross. I'm like, this
Mm-hmm.
looks terrible. This looks terrible. The Man of Steel suit looks dope though. I like that a
Yeah.
lot. I like Superman's suit. Let's see. What else do I want to say about
You know,
Superman?
I think Joss Whedon would do a good job with Superman. I don't.
Given
Yeah,
given before
given how he did with Avengers and how he did in Justice League, like the colors were even right for Superman. The rest of the movie's garbage, but
here's
Superman
the
looks
thing.
right, except for
We're
his
gonna
lips.
tackle we're gonna tackle the Snyder Cut and another thing. I'm gonna let you know ahead of time. A lot of my opinions about the Snyder Cut have potentially changed.
What? When was
I
the
will
last time you
say,
watched Justice League?
here's the thing. I do think, God, I can't believe I'm about to fucking say this. I think Snyder's vision for Justice League, and I don't know how you're going to take this. You should take this like a rational human being, like, oh yeah, that makes sense. But I do think Snyder's version of Justice League is probably and most likely, potentially, most likely, maybe, could possibly be better than what we had on screen in the theatrical cut of this movie. I think in the most minute way, it could possibly be, but I
Are you
don't think
just
it's
saying that
spectacular.
because it wouldn't be so cobbled together? It would actually
No,
be a little bit coherent?
yes, and no. From what I know, that it's a completely different film. From what everybody's saying and what I know, people are saying it's a completely different movie than what we had, and I don't know how I feel about it. I know it's supposed to be long as hell. And if it's long as hell, then fine. I'll sit through it. I sat through the ultimate cut of Batman v Superman where they just showed Ben Affleck's ass. I watched that, and I will say it fixed some problems with that movie, but it didn't make it great. It made it better, but it didn't make it great. And that's what I'm sticking with about Justice League. It'll probably make it better, but not the best thing I've ever seen, which is what people are trying to say about it.
I don't think it would even make it good.
I think it'll make it decent. I think it'll be something, probably still won't be as good. He says that the effects are done, but they're just in like polishing. I'm like, there's no way he has finished that movie. There's no way.
There's
No
no
way
way
he
he
finished
even
it.
had rights to do it.
I don't think so. I don't think so at all. Unless the rumors about the HBO Max releasing it is true. It could be.
It could
And if
be.
so, by all means, I'm going to watch it. I'm not going to say that I never am going to watch it, because then I'd just be a hypocrite to not watch it after me talking about it so much. And I feel like we talk about it every single episode and you know what? It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's just it always rides my conscience because I always see it everywhere because I'm a DC fan. And DC fans and Snyder fans apparently collide, even though they really shouldn't. Um, Like every time I'm on Instagram, it's just like a picture of Batfleck, and I like it. I'm like, yeah, that's cool. And then it's just nothing about Snyder hasn't finished his vision, blah 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 blah. And I'm like, oh god. It's like I agree, it's probably better than what we have, but I don't think it's going to be groundbreaking or make us miss what could have been the future of the DCEU. Because I think honestly, at this point, going forward, we might have a shot at getting it good. And I don't want any crossovers yet. I just want them to focus on making good DC movies, like it deserves to be made.
When do you think that they stop if they have just terrible movies going forward?
I don't think they will.
Really?
No, I don't think they'd stop. The only time that they would stop is if they stop making money. And so, like,
They haven't been making money. Birds of Prey
no.
flopped. So did Justice League. Aquaman
Shazam,
didn't flop.
Shazam didn't flop. Joker sure as shit didn't flop.
That's not connected to the DCEU. So
It's Warner Brothers and DC though.
it is.
It goes to the same thing. The DCE movies count as the DC movies as well. They all go to the same bank account, homie. So I know Joker didn't fail. So out of all the movies they've released in the past, like, 2 years, only like one of them has flopped.
Birds of
Am I
Prey?
wrong? Yeah, I'd say Birds of Prey flopped, and that's about it.
Yeah, I would
I'd
agree.
say everything else has relatively been successful. I don't think they're gonna stop.
Well, it's only been 2 movies,
Probably
so
not gonna flop.
3 movies.
Yeah, I don't think Matt Reeves' Batman's gonna flop at all.
I hope it
I don't
doesn't.
think it's gonna flop. I don't think it's gonna flop. It's Batman, homie.
That's
It's not
true.
gonna flop. It's not gonna flop box
Justice
office
League
wise.
had Batman.
Plot-wise, I don't know. Justice League had Batman, but before it had Batman v Superman, and that movie had made how much money?
A lot.
Yeah. And then once they were like, "Oh, I don't like that," you know that like over like 40% of the people that saw BVS didn't go see Justice League.
Wouldn't
It's like 30
surprise
to
me.
40%. So yeah, Batman makes money. He really does. It's just shit. I'll say if he was in Birds of Prey, it probably would have made a lot more money. Like if he was in the trailer or something.
Yeah,
If like
maybe.
Ben Affleck was Batman or something for like a screen, it'd probably be they'd be like, Batman's in this, let's go watch this.
Don't you mean Harley Quinn and the Birds of Prey?
Whatever.
You know, they released that
saw
on
Birds of
digital
Prey.
this week, and it's under the old name, not the new name.
Why?
I don't know. They changed the name, but they didn't change the name?
I don't know what the
I don't
deal is.
understand. Okay, so we were talking about the Dark Knight trilogy.
Oh my god, we got so off topic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the Dark Knight trilogy are like the best DC movies I've seen. I'll put them up next there with the old Superman movies, and the old Batman movies. It's just you can't beat it. It's like DC has some amazing characters. They do. They have some amazing characters, and I cannot wait to see what they do with them in the future. But something about Batman is just like phenomenal. The Dark Knight trilogy is. I'm gonna say it. Batman Begins and The Dark Knight are probably like two of my favorite movies that are
Really?
comic book movies. Yeah. I love those. I love them. They're up there. They are up there because I'm a massive DC fan as well. And Christopher Nolan he succeeded so well in making a realistic take on this character.
Well, Christopher
really
Nolan is like an amazing director.
Well, yeah.
He's like one of the best directors that we've had in like 20 years.
Yeah, and that's why I'm pissed I can't see Tenet as soon as possible.
Oh my god, that was supposed to come out this month too, wasn't it?
No, I think it was like next month or something.
Well,
Either way, I'm not going to be able to see it for a while, and I'm pissed.
yeah, that's true.
Because that movie looks phenomenal, even though I don't know what the hell is even going on.
You know, one thing I really don't like about Christopher Nolan is, like, I was watching the Batman movies a few weeks ago, and it just bothered the shit out of me every time it did this. He'll change the aspect ratio from 16:9 to 3:2, like
He does it
every
for,
other
like,
frame,
action shots.
and it bothers the shit out of me.
He does it for more dramatic scenes. I think the Joker and Batman scene in The Dark Knight was a full screen deal. And After that, it was more widescreen. You just switch it back and forth. I think it's to show
He did it.
intensity.
It was really bad in Batman Begins.
Oh
It's
yeah.
a lot better than in the other two, but it's really bad in
Here's the
Batman
thing.
Begins.
Oh, here's another nitpick. A lot of like the DC shows and shit try to do what Christopher Nolan did with like the blue filter, and he's like the only person I know who's been able to do the blue filter correctly. Even then, it's not that noticeable. You know what I mean? I bet you didn't.
Yeah.
You noticed that there's a blue filter in that trilogy, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, there's a blue filter in it, and that's the only time I've ever seen that done perfectly. Titans did it horribly. That movie is so dark. That show is dark. You can't see anything. Not like dark as in ooh violent. Sure, it's violent, but
It's that
like
too.
yeah, it's dark. You can't see anything. Everything is blue.
Yep.
Which they did. They improved in season 2, but they should have focused more on the writing. Because that last episode had me pissed. I was like, you know what? I expected a good build up, and the show just got terrible. It got terrible, and I was ashamed because I was like, you know what? I kind of like season 1, and I think season 2 is on the way to being good, and then it just wasn't.
Doom Patrol is great though.
Yeah, Doom Patrol is phenomenal. I will say, Superboy in the Titans show, they do a lot of cool stuff with him, but besides that, he's really not in it as much as he should be, and that's a shame. But they also kind of do some lazy, stupid writing at the end. Like the season finale was so terrible. It was terrible. The fight scene, people were like, the fight scene was cool. I'm like, the fight scene was choppy and it was terrible. I hate the way it looks. It's shot. They do unnecessary movement and stuff. I'm like, dude, this looks stupid. This looks terrible. And I kind of nitpick on the Dark Knight trilogy a bit for that because I understand. I give it a pass because it's supposed to be realistic.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just I think the fight scenes aren't that interesting. I'm like, oh god, he's just punching people. Whereas I got to give Snyder props again. That warehouse scene is brutal. I'm like, that's the only time I didn't care that Batman blew somebody up. So I was like, God, Batman just killed that guy. That sucks, but Jesus, look at him flip around the place. That's cool. Jesus.
Yeah.
Like, he straight up stabbed a guy in the chest. And I was like, oh my God, why is he doing that? He's Batman, but I couldn't stop watching it. I was like, this is straight out of like an Arkham game if he was killing people.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'd say that's probably the best fight scene we've had in a Batman movie, I guess, next to him fighting Bane and Rises. But even then, I didn't think it was that good.
Oh my god.
I think the back break was funny as fuck, but you know.
Yeah.
Because Tom Hardy's a beast.
I like It Rises much more than you.
That's okay. I think it's a perfect ending for that trilogy. But I think the very last bit of that movie is better than the rest.
I like the entire thing.
That's fine. I do think
I would even put it above Batman Begins.
That's fine. That's your opinion.
Mm-hmm.
But the whole the ending where the officer was like, she's like, why'd you change your name? I like your old name, Robin. I'm like, that was retarded. That was stupid.
Yeah, it was. But
I don't know why it had to be Robin though. That's the thing. Because if didn't he find the Batcave at the end?
Yeah.
So like, why didn't he become like? Why didn't they say his name was like Terry McGinnis or something? That's Batman Beyond. That would have been so cool to see.
Yeah.
That would have been dope to see, actually. See Joseph Gordon-Levitt. I think that's his name, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's his name. It would have been cool to see him take on that mantle as Batman Beyond. Be dope as hell. Also, Alfred going back and seeing Bruce, and you don't know if he's actually there or not. That is dope. That's super cool.
Yeah.
Super, super cool. And part of me thinks, I don't know which I like more. I think I like the idea of him not being there the most.
Why?
Because I really do think he would sacrifice himself for that city, and if he didn't, then he would totally come back. But the city doesn't need him anymore. That's the whole point.
Exactly.
And I think that's beautiful. Because you've never seen Gotham be in a peaceful state until after that. And that was dope. So I don't know. I think it's just a really neat thing. I think it's a really cool thing. And if he is there, then so be it. That's awesome. That's
Yeah,
really cool.
I think it's
That's
a really
really
good
dope.
ending.
I think it's a great ending. I think it's a great ending.
Yep.
I just think a lot of the beginning just dulled a lot for me. The opening scene with Bane in the plane is badass. It's cool. I'm not saying that Dark Knight Rises is a bad movie. I'm just not saying it's like up there on my list. Compared to the
Hmm.
rest of the trilogy, I think Batman Begins and The Dark Knight far surpass it. I'd say The Dark Knight far surpasses a lot of movies.
It does. Surprised
So
it
yeah,
didn't win the Oscar that
right.
year. Wasn't even
I think
nominated. People were
uh,
pissed.
yeah, Heath got the Oscar though.
He
Good for
did.
him. He deserved it. You
He
know,
did.
deserve it. Also, I like all the theories about who he is. Even though they don't show it. Like, there's people that think he's an ex-veteran, like he's an ex-marine or something, that gone crazy from PTSD. That's why all of his origins, when he's like my father or like blah 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 blah, blah he's making them up. He's making them up. Most people think he was ex-military because whenever they're doing the funeral or whatever in the street, how
Yeah.
he's there and he knows all the call outs and stuff like that. And then there's like how he knows how to handle an RPG and all these weapons and stuff. I'm like, you know what? I think that's probably a solid bet. I think it's a solid bet, but they never really explain it, and I think that's dope.
Yeah. I mean,
Because that's a pretty
I agree.
realistic thing. That's a pretty realistic thing. That whole show is that whole trilogy is realistic.
It
It'll
is.
all this stuff I could see happening. I could totally see that happening.
Yep.
Except for maybe Scarecrow, because all that was kind of like dramatic, like the blue flower in the mountains is the fear toxin for Scarecrow. It's like, okay, that's just goofy comic book stuff. But yeah, that's all I really got to say about the Dark Knight trilogy. I immensely enjoy the first two, and I like the third one.
Yep. I I think I like the. If I were to rank them, I would say Dark Knight, Dark Knight Rises, and then Batman Begins. But they're all really close, except for Dark Knight. It's like miles better.
Yeah, there are people in this world, especially on Instagram, that think Spider-Man 2 is a better movie than The Dark Knight, and I just don't agree with that.
Me either.
Even though I like Spider-Man 2 a lot, and I think it's one of the best, if not, yeah, it's one of the best superhero movies we have. I don't think it trumps The Dark Knight at all. I don't. And I think people that are like, oh, God, it's another guy jerking off The Dark Knight. I'm like, really? How are you not jerking off The Dark Knight at this point? Like, it's been out since 2008, and I still talk about it.
Because it's great.
Still talk about it. It's a good movie. It's a good movie. I watched a really good movie. It's kind of off topic because it's not a superhero movie, but I watched a movie called Crossroads, which is an old '80s movie with Ralph Macchio in it. And I was recommended this movie from one of my buddies. It's about this kid named Eugene who goes by Lightning because this old guy named Willie, who was like a bluesman from back in the day, he sold his soul to the devil when he was 17 to play the harmonica and stuff like that, and be successful in the
What?
blues world. Yeah, this is an
Okay,
'80s movie.
Charlie Daniels.
It is severely underrated. This movie. I'm surprised I've never heard of it. But Ralph Macchio is a guitar player, and he lives in Long Island, where this Willie guy had bailed years before. Um, he was in the middle of making this record or whatever, and didn't finish the last song, so he kind of bailed and retired in a way into this nursing home. And Ralph Macchio found him there and kind of knew it was him because he kept saying that he wasn't him, but he got a job as a janitor there to stalk the guy. And it was cool because he was talking to him. He's like, I'm a blues man. He's like, why are you? He's like, where are you from? He's like, Long Island. He's like, I've never heard of a blues man from Long Island, and kind of laughs at it for like 10 minutes in the whole rest of the movie. But then eventually, Ralph Macchio breaks this guy out of the nursing home because he says, I'll teach you the ways if you break me out of this nursing home. And he does. And they go all the way to, I think they ended up in Mississippi. and they met this homeless girl. And I'm not gonna really like tell the whole rest of the movie because I've kind of seen it that way. But a lot of stuff happens, and Ralph Macchio eventually gets in a guitar battle with Steve Vai, and
Mm-hmm.
it's pretty great. It's a pretty cool movie, and the ending is pretty dope too. I'll just say that it's the definition of just it's a good story. It's a great story, and it's great for musicians too because it's just a lot of the times I'm like, dang, Ralph's actually playing that. What the hell? How come this is slept on? So
Yeah.
Crossroads, very much recommend. Check it out.
I'll watch
It's
it.
on. It's on. I watched it on YouTube because it was free. I watched it on YouTube because it wasn't free. It was a bunch of videos like back to back. But since YouTube Premium, it just kind of skipped over the next part, and I was like, you know what? I watched all that movie. It was good. It was good. I
Yeah.
really enjoyed it. What else were we gonna talk about? I just kind of got hell on
Doom.
topic.
Doom.
Doom. Doom.
Oh
So
my god.
I'm excited.
Me
So
too.
I started Doom 2016 a few weeks ago because I have Game Pass and I never played 2016, and I was so oh my god. I've never creamed over a game as much as I have Doom 2016 in years. Holy hell. That is just it's a brutal rip and tear, shred apart these demons from start to finish. Immediately, you start the game off in a hospital bed, and there's demons walking around, and you just you take the head of it and you kill it
Yep.
immediately. The first thing you do is murder a demon, and
Yep.
it's like, oh my god, what is going on? And it's this doctor named Samuel Hayden. He has opened a portal to hell on Mars in the year 2160 something. Jesus Christ, is it nuts? And Eternal, which we're going to get to in a little bit, kind of goes more in depth about why he was there and stuff like that, which I know you probably haven't gotten to yet. I'm almost done with the game. I've already gotten the BFG and shit like that.
Oh my god.
Um,
I can't wait to get that.
Dude, you do a whole thing before with an even bigger BFG.
What? Oh
Oh,
my
dude,
god.
it's nuts. It's nuts. I did it today, and I was like, oh my god, I creamed. Um, so basically, you're on Mars, and hell is starting to take over,
Mm-hmm. Wait,
and they
is
were
this in
researching
Doom
ways
or
to.
Doom Eternal?
This is in Doom 2016.
Okay.
So the human civilization is trying to find a new energy source because they've already inhabited Mars. They're trying to find new ways of energy, so they think that they could basically harness energy from hell and a portal to hell. And of course, that goes completely wrong. And the only person that saw that coming his person who saw that coming was Doom Guy or Doom Slayer. And this man is a god.
He is.
I think he's a god, and I think he's a god, and a lot of people in the game think he's a god as well. It is he was made to kill these demons. It is what he was born to do. It is what he was made to do. He's killing demons, and it is oh my god, it is a gore fest, and it's fantastic. It's it's got some of the best combat I've ever played in the game until I played Eternal, and I was like, oh my god, they just did it even better. Oh god, and the glory kills. The glory kills. There's something about shooting a demon in the face and then not killing it, and then just walking up to it and just ripping its head off. It's like, all right, that didn't kill you. Here you go. I'm gonna just take a little bit off the top here. That and just whip it out a chainsaw and sawing one in half. It's like, good God, this is nuts. But yeah, there's boss fights along the way and stuff like that. There's these gigantic demons. You go to hell for like a good chunk of the game. It's nothing like you go to their hometown and you just murder them where they live. These demons that are always killing each other too. So it's like I don't feel remorse for murdering this thing. But
Mm-hmm.
Olivia is one of the people who kind of let hell run over. No pun intended. So the whole game is closing the portal to hell and murdering that bitch. That is the game.
That is
And
the
you go
game.
from, yeah, and you get stuck in hell for a little bit, then you get out, and you go back in, you kill her. Spoiler, I guess. But, it's been out for a while. It's fantastic. It's great. Play the game. You will not regret it, I swear to God. If you do regret it, I think something's wrong with you. Go play The Sims. That's all I gotta say about it. Eternal.
Yeah,
Eternal time.
so I bought Doom Eternal on the day that it came out, and I went to see because I had never played Doom, so I didn't really know what I was getting myself into, and I went and checked, and Doom was like $10 or something on the PlayStation Store, so I downloaded it and played it before Eternal. Oh my god, I've never had so much fun. I beat it in 2 days. I've never
Oh yeah,
had so much fun playing
I beat
a game
2016 in
before.
2 days.
It's ridiculous. And then Eternal came out. Tell me about Eternal.
Eternal does everything the 2016 game did and amplifies it and makes it better. And there's not one thing that I could say that 2016 did better than Eternal. There's no
Yeah,
one. The game is prettier. There are environments that look a million times better than just Mars and Hell. Because the thing about 2016 is that game is red. It's
that's
subjectively
all
just
it
red.
is.
This game, there are snow biomes. I'm not going to go into anything else besides that because I don't know if you're even past that yet. Um, or if you've even gotten there. I don't know. There's a this.
I
It's a
don't
pretty
remember
game.
a snow biome.
Yeah, you haven't
I
gotten
don't
there
know.
yet. Um, the game is beautiful. It is pretty, and the game
You know
mechanics
what?
are
I don't
fantastic.
like I don't like the level designs of Doom Eternal because it's like Doom 2016. You could backtrack and get a power up
Secret.
or a collectible anytime you want, but in Eternal, you can get totally locked off from those.
Yeah, but you can go back and once you beat the game, I know you can go back and get them.
Yeah.
So yeah, I get why that's a thing, but I also have the thing unlocked where I can see where the secrets are, so it's not really that big a deal now for
Well, me
me.
too, but I still miss them because I can't figure out how to get to them. And then I'm like, maybe if I just keep going forward, it'll be fine. And then I
Yeah,
lock
no.
myself out from it.
Yeah. Um
Luckily, I haven't missed anything too big.
but yeah. The map looks better too. The map was horrible in 2016. I
Oh
think
my
the map
god.
is I hate 3D maps. I really do. Like in Fallen Order it had one. I think maps like that are stupid in games. They look
Mm-hmm.
terrible. But Eternal did a great job of still keeping that stupid design but making it readable.
Yeah, Dune 2016 its map looks just like Metroid Prime
Yeah.
in like 2002. And that's not good.
Yeah, no.
But Eternal did a lot better.
Um, you can be a way more brutal man in Eternal. I think it's because he's more pissed off than he was in 2016.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't see how anything could be worse than waking up from a nice nap to demons.
Yeah, but
Cause
he's trying to save the human race, Nate.
right,
And people
right.
are constantly telling him that you can't.
Yeah, he's like, you can't save the human race. They deserve this. This is their time. And he just kind of like looks at him, pumps a shotgun, and they walk away because they know if they keep talking to him, he's just gonna murder them. He's just
Mm-hmm.
gonna kill him dead. I'm not gonna spoil anything for Eternal, but there's some interactions with some different things that aren't demons. I'm just gonna leave it at that. Um,
What?
it's not like, I mean, can I tell you? It's really not that big of a deal. It's like later on,
I
but
don't
I'm
know
not.
if I've fought anything that's not demons.
You don't fight it. You just talk to it and stuff. You don't even talk to them. They talk to you, and it's just like, oh, cool. So this is how this sees this. This sees Doom guy. Can I just tell you? It's really not that big of a deal.
Oh, are you talking about playing as the demons?
No.
Oh, that's what the multiplayer mode is,
Yeah.
and it's in the single
No.
player. But That's where I am, by the way. Right
That's a
whenever
snow biome.
the first time that you play as a demon.
Yeah, that's in a snow area. So you're right
No.
where I think you are. I'm not gonna tell you, but just know that it's how the world sees the Doom guy, and it's really neat.
Oh my God, is he like God?
Kind of. I'm not gonna say he is. It's just it's exactly probably what my reaction would be to Doom guy if he was real.
Would you be terrified of him?
Yeah, I'd be scared shitless of the guy. I guess I have
Me
to tell you
too.
now because I basically just did. He's in a facility where there's a bunch of scientists working on stuff that I'm not going to tell you about. But
Mm-hmm.
he's like, Dr. Blah 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 blah. No spoilers. Said that you'd probably need this, and he goes, "Can I just say it is an honor you standing here?" And he kind of just like walks past him, and Doomslayer doesn't say a single thing. And every time you're walking past somebody, they just kind of look at you and kind of back up and like, "Oh my god, it's him. Why is he here? Oh my god, he's real. Oh my god. Oh my god." And what he touches one guy because I think he needs like the key card on him, and the dude is trembling because Doom guy just grabs it and just pulls him by the neck in a roller chair to the key card panel, and the
Yeah.
guy's like, because he's just like silently dragging him to the access panel with the key card. It's dope. It's cool.
Oh my God, that sounds amazing. I need
That's
to
all I gotta
start
say.
playing it again.
Yeah, I'm gonna finish it probably after this. It's legendary. It's cool. It's neat that people are like, "Oh my god, it's him. That's crazy. Like he's real." And there's other people that are just butt shit scared of him. And I'm like, you know what? I would be too if I saw that man walking around murdering demons with an arm blade and a shotgun.
Oh, do you actually
Good
get the
God.
arm blade? Oh wait, never mind. You have the arm blade from the beginning of the game.
Yeah, you get the sword from doing those challenges that I've been skipping over. So on my second
Which
playthrough, I'll go
ones?
back. Those
The
ones
Slayer
that are like,
challenges?
yeah,
Oh, I've been doing every single one of those.
you get the sword eventually once you do like I think I don't know how many. You have to check in your fortress of you have to check your fortress of doom to see how many more you need because it's already there on display and you just unlock it. I don't know how it works yet. I hope it's its own weapon and not just like the arm blade, but substitute for the sword. I think that'd
Yeah,
be
I would
kind of
hope
dumb.
so too.
But oh well. If so,
Oh
I'll
well.
I'll get it again. I'm gonna play this game multiple times. I'm just finishing it on my first one. I had to lower it from the hardest difficulty, and I was like, "Good God, this is making me want to kill myself."
Yeah, the
So
hardest difficulty is ridiculous.
yeah, and this game is so much harder than 2016.
It
I'm gonna
is.
say that right now.
Okay,
You could just walk
it's
up to
easier and harder.
yeah.
The
It's the
easy
constant
difficulties are
waves.
easier than 2016, but the harder ones are just like, "Oh my God, I want to die."
Yeah, I just want a good balanced game
Mhm.
difficulty for my first playthrough so I could enjoy it and then go back and just feel powerful. And I feel powerful now playing it. I do some crazy shit. I just fought one of the a boss,
Mhm.
and the thing is, the boss didn't have a life meter, so it was like, oh my god. And I know
What?
I'm gonna have to go back and fight it again eventually. I know it's gonna happen again. I'm not gonna tell you about it. Yeah, I'm sure that you've seen it on Instagram or something, but there's this one guy you have to fight, and it was about a bitch and a half, but I got him on like my third try, but he was a bitch. Like you could only hit him in between certain attacks he did, and I was like, good God, and I had to worry about a bunch of other shit jumping out at me.
That's ridiculous.
But
But hey,
it's ridiculous. But hey, it was great. It was great once it was done. I was like, dude, badass.
yeah.
So yeah, Doom Eternal so far. Before I finish it, I'm giving it like amazing. I love it.
Yeah, it's a great game.
Yeah, and I'm really sad that I took me so long to play 2016. So yeah, I'm a
Yeah.
Doom fan from here on out.
Yeah, it's great.
Which made me, which made me, which made me, which made me notice something interesting when I was doing browsing on YouTube and stuff for like figures and shit of Doom guy because I'm gonna get a cool figure, the McFarlane figure for in here to go
Yeah.
with my Mortal Kombat stuff. I'm gonna start getting a bunch of video game ones because I realized I'm lacking. Um, there was a Doom movie. Do you know about this?
Mm, was it the one in like the 80s or 90s?
It has The Rock in it.
What?
Yeah. I
Okay, I
don't
don't
know
know about
what year
this.
this movie was, but it had The Rock in it, and it had the guy from The Boys. What's his name? The Australian guy in The Boys. What's his name? You know what I'm talking about, though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's in it. And basically, I don't even think it's Demons from Hell. I kind of just watched like this dumb video covering it, but it is not at all what Doom is. And it's kind of a shame because I was like, The Rock would be a cool Doom guy. Maybe if he wasn't. I
Maybe.
think he definitely could now. He wasn't The Rock in this, he was the Pebble. But he's not the boulder he is now. Um who else would be cool? I would say Dave Bautista maybe.
Yeah.
That'd be a god. Rey Mysterio. Huh. Wait, is he still alive? Rey Mysterio?
I don't know.
Let me check. I think I remember him dying recently. I just made a fucked up joke, if so. Let me look this up before I seem like a dick. He's still alive. Okay, we're good. I heard a rumor that he
Good.
died a little bit ago. That's good. He's not dead. He tweeted two
That's
days ago.
definitely good.
Good deal. All right.
All right.
I think we can Oh no, somebody died fighting Rey Mysterio in the thing. Okay.
Oh,
Okay. Cool. Just making
cool,
sure.
cool.
All right. Well, I think there's nothing else really that we need to talk about. I think that we should probably just wrap this up.
Yep, I think that we should. All
All
right.
right.
Thank you all
Go
for
for it.
listening. You can follow me on Instagram at Brandon Text a lot, and you can follow Nate at MasterNate17. Um, sorry for no episode last week. We will try to be weekly again. Yeah. Um, stay safe. Don't cough on people. Yeah, that's it.
All right. See ya.
Have a nice week, everyone. Bye.